Alright, we're going to try to make some terrain cheap using fire. What I've got here are cheap styrofoam. This is something I got from Lowe's that is about 10 bucks for about 6 sheets of this stuff. This is an entire sheet broken up into quarters that I glued together with Elmer's. I'm going to try to use fire to sculpt a reasonable hill out of it. If I get this to work correctly. Of course, the torch is not. There we go. So if I can do this correctly, I should have an interesting hill for about $2. Just kind of working it back and forth. I'm afraid of this pilling up is not something I was hoping for. Probably not a good idea to breathe this stuff either, huh? So just kind of working back and forth, melting styrofoam. Certain areas kind of look like they're puffing up instead of melting. That's an interesting effect. I hadn't considered that.
I wonder if that's where the glue is.
Oh, excellent point. I tried to keep the glue somewhat to the middle, but it wasn't completely to the middle. So that could very well be the glue. So that's interesting. Potentially the glue could be used to make a mask. Whoops. Come on, light. Maybe almost out of. I'm not quite sure why this is happening. Touched it to the end apparently. Alright, a little concerned about the squareness of the whole thing too. So I'm probably going to cut some of the edges off when I'm done. Okay, well, it's clearly not exactly as hill-shaped as I'd hoped it would be when I started. But it's an interesting piece of terrain. Over here, okay, I'm going to shut this off. Over here we've got a piece that I actually cut first, then used the torch just to kind of soften up the edges. You can see it's kind of thinned out on the sides, a little bit softer, a little bit more terrain-like than just block styrofoam. And this thing, well, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing.
The parts will go around it on some of the square edges and round it still, but
I might just snap some of this off.
well, but this top part itself is a little square, like
Yeah.
right in this area. And
You still recording?
yeah, I am.
Let's try some more.
But, you know, sometimes playing in Mario Land is fun.
Mario Land? Is that what this is?
I don't know. Kind of think of Mario Land when I think of square-featured things. Put this corner right here.
Just puffs up.
That's funny. That looks better.
Still really, really square, but hey. Alright, I'm done. So, not exactly what I was hoping for, but food for thought.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, we're just going to try a little something extra, just to kind of round it out. My torch doesn't want to seem to stay lit. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. Just kind of rounding out the feature by...
Maybe letting it cool and moving your hand away from where you're going to work.
Kind of crispy over here too. Oh, it lit. Hey, what do you know? Really?
That, yeah.
What's that?
That corner right where you are. Yeah.
Just kind of rounding it out. Alright. So, an interesting piece of terrain. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but hey, something different. Alright, don't burn yourself.